This user wanted to make a pop-up message appear after putting in specific input. A pop-up message like this one or this one. Extra details they added, they have a finance sheet they're using, and when they enter the amount of money earned daily, they want it to come up with a well done or a congratulations type message or pop-up. Extra information they added that helps a lot here, the cells are in B3 through B50. And the message needs to show and then either disappear by itself or have a button to close it, not a permanent splash screen there. Let's take a look how we can help them out. Unfortunately, this user didn't provide their own spreadsheet. However, the ask itself is pretty straightforward and simple. In this table from B3 through B50, anytime they add a new value there, they want a pop-up to appear that says something like well done or congratulations. Let's go ahead and take a look at AppScript and look at two different ways that we can do this, two different types of pop-ups we could use. So, since we want this to appear, the pop-up to appear whenever a new value is put in, this is going to be an onEdit function. We can use simply the name onEdit and just make this a simple trigger as long as there's only one onEdit function in your entire script project. I always like to declare the range. I just use const r equals e.range. And then I always want to make sure the first thing I do is check to make sure that the edit occurred in the right spot. So the right place in this case is B3 through B50. So if r.row start, let's start with the column actually, column start is not equal to 2, which is B, or if r.row start is less than 2, or if r.row start is greater than 50, return. In other words, if it's not an edit in B3 through B50, then just quit. Don't do anything, just quit out as fast as you can. If it is though, we're going to call the UI.getUi.alert. There's a lot of different options in here. There's prompts, there's alerts, but there's menus you can create, but all we need is just something that says that pops up. We don't need to interact with it more than that. So that's going to be an alert. And then we can just say what we want it to say. Let's do well done. Okay, save that. And again, this runs whenever any edit occurs. So I do not run this. I'm just going to make an edit on the sheet and let the function itself run. So let's say here on March 1st, it was $727.59. Put that in, wait a moment, and then here's my pop-up that says well done. This one does not go away by itself, but I can just click OK and it goes away. There's a second option I can use of toast. And I don't know why it's called toast. I'm sure someone knows, but for toast, that's going to put the alert on the bottom right corner for just a moment. So this one, we're actually just going to do SpreadsheetApp.getActive.toast. It occurs in the spreadsheet itself. We don't even need to get the user interface, the UI. So there's some benefit there. Also, this type of pop-up will close by itself. For this, I'm going to say congratulations. Again, save that. Go back to my spreadsheet. And here on the 3rd, they made, let's say $900. 900 yen. Down here, it says congratulations. It stays up for about 5 seconds and then closes all by itself. So 2 simple ways to do this. Either a pop-up right in the middle of the screen. That's a normal traditional pop-up you have to click to close. Or a toast little message here on the bottom right-hand corner. Either way, we're just using the simplest of onEdit functions, and the only real calculation, the only real programming here is making sure that the edit occurred at the correct place. We can make sure that it was on the right sheet. We can make sure that it was the right value they put in. There's all sorts of other things that we can check, but if you just need the pop-up to appear, you can either use the UI version with an alert or the toast version on the spreadsheet itself. Hope this helped.